Hello, today we are solving Jan 2023 paper unit 2. Okay, question number 1 part B. Okay, the part B of the question is calculate the total fixed cost for each of the 4 mines. They have some fixed cost. So these people are extracting ore, and from the ore aluminium is going to be mined. In the first part we had calculated the quantity of aluminium produced by each ore they have extracted. Now there is some fixed cost. Okay, it consists of 3 costs. One is the salary of the mine staff, then head office overheads, okay, and depreciation at the rate of 4% on the cost of the mine buildings. So head office overheads with a total of 2 million to be apportioned in this ratio. So this is the head office overheads. It's also one of the fixed cost. Okay, and it's going to be apportioned in this ratio, and depreciation is at the rate of 4% on the cost of the mine buildings they have purchased. Now calculate the fixed cost, total fixed cost for each of the 4 mines. So let's calculate that. So here we can see that, okay, let's see what are the salaries. Okay, the salaries are quite straightforward. They have given it is 150 million. Okay, so 150,000 for Alcaran they are going to pay. So let's write that salary directly here. Then you have for Bonitas it is 360,000. So it is 360,000, and for the Carbide it is 420,000. And then for Dalamora it is 280,000. So these are the staff salaries paid to the mine staff. Then head office has to be the 2 million has to be apportioned in this ratio. So how will you apportion? You have the entire 2 million. Okay, so for head office fixed cost for each, okay, for Alcaran it's going to be 20 million divided by the, okay, how much is the ratio? It is in the ratio of 1 divided by, okay, multiply this. So 1 divided by the sum of all this, 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2. Okay, one plus 3 plus 4 plus 2. So that is equal to 20 million. Okay, 20 million times 1 divided by 4 plus 4 8 plus 2 10. Okay, 1 out of 10. So 1/10 the cost of the 20 million, that is equal to 200,000. So that is equal to 200,000 pounds. Okay, so this will be the for the Alcaran. Okay, this is for the Alcaran. Now similarly we have to calculate for each of this. First one is the Bonitas. Okay, first one is the Bonitas, then we have to calculate for Carbide, and then for the Dalmora. For each of them we have to calculate the individual cost. Okay, now let's write the next one is Bonitas. Okay, the same total overhead cost is 2 million, but he gets a proportion of 3 out of 10. Okay, 3 out of the 10 he will get. So that value is going to be equal to 600,000. Okay, 600,000. And then you have Carbide. Okay, this office, okay, mine will get 4 out of 10. Okay, 4 out of 10. 200 it's going to be apportioned a greater office overhead, so it is going to be equal to 800,000. And finally you have Dalamora. Mora. For it, okay, it is taking 2/10, okay, of the office proportion, so it is going to share. So 2/10 of that is going to be equal to 400,000. Okay, so now let's write for each of this office overheads. Okay, the first one is 200,000, and then you have 600,000 for Bonitas. Okay, and then you have 800,000 for Kabide, and this one is 400,000. So when you add up, you should be able to get this 2 million. Okay, this 2 million of total office overhead cost. Then let's calculate the depreciation cost. Depreciation at the rate of 4%. Okay, depreciation. So now let's calculate here. Cost for each of them. First one is Alcaran. Alcaran, it is 4% of the cost of that building. It is 4 million. 4 million. So that is going to be equal to 160,000 pounds. Okay, 160,000 pounds. Now similarly we have to calculate for each one of them. The first one is Alcaran is over, then we have the Bonitas. Okay, it is 4% of the cost of his building is 10 million. So you just substitute 4% of 10 million, that is equal to 400,000. And then you have Kabide. Okay, the 4% of the cost of his building is 12 million. So 4% of 12 million is 480,000. So 480,000. And then you have Delamora. Four percentage of the cost of the building is 7 million. So the depreciation cost is 280,000. Now these are the different type of depreciation cost. For each one of them you have to calculate. Okay, 4% of the cost of their building, mine buildings. So let's write it here. The first one is 160,000, and this next one is 400,000, and the next one is Kabide. Okay, the Kabide is going to be equal to 480,000, and then you have the Delamora, whose depreciation cost they are going to pay is 280,000. Now let's add up the total cost, total fixed cost, which consists of salary, overhead, office overheads and depreciation. So let's add up 150,000 plus 200,000 plus 160,000, that is equal to 510,000. Okay, then the next one, okay, 360,000 plus 600, 960,000 plus 400, that is equal to 1360,000. And then 840, 1220 plus 480,000. Okay, 12, that is going to be equal to 1,700,000. Okay, so that is equal to 1,700,000. Then finally you have 280 plus 400, it is going to be 680,000. 680,000 plus 280,000, that is going to be equal to 960,000. So these are the total fixed cost. Okay, these are the total fixed cost.